Yeah, they said he went to Gray and he was dead on arrival. What's going on, y'all? Ground Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today we have some unfortunate news. Depending on who you are, you might be happy, you might be, I don't know, you might be real sad. And your boy Kevin Samuels has he's bit the dust, unfortunately. And I've been seeing a lot of really weird reactions and some, just mixed reactions overall, man. I did a couple, 2-3 videos on Kevin Samuels. I agree with some of his things, and then there were definitely some things, sometimes where I made fun of him or didn't agree with the points that he made. But hey, I don't think that he deserves to be, I guess, crushed in his death. I don't know, I guess. But I saw this here post by your boy, the Panda Prince himself, Conscious Lee. And on the first one we've got here, we got a mixed few tweets right here. I don't know why people have an opinion. Quote, if you're glad Kevin Samuels might be dead, then you're weird. Everything I saw about that man was him being misogynistic, fatphobic, and anti-black. And he just constantly perpetuated harmful rhetoric and bigotry to incels. Who cares? Either way, to be honest. Misogynistic, I will say he had a few different points that were misogynistic that I thought were stupid. Fatphobic. If you're fat, get yourself in shape. All that fat acceptance stuff is not reality to me. That's kind of on the same level as some of that other stuff that, yeah. Anti-black, he was using that white guy metric to measure up on black women, so I didn't really agree with that. As far as
white guy metric?
It was like Fibonacci sequence and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, the black women's facial symmetry doesn't match up to this and all that kind of stuff.
So basically, white people has the best facial
right?
structure.
Yeah. And then I guess he did kind of give confirmation bias to like lame incels and stuff. Like, yeah, that's why she don't like me. She's fat anyway. Like confirmation bias is like you maybe something's kind of wrong that you're thinking about. But then you go on there and you maybe go talk to somebody that you want to hear them say kind of the same thing you say so you can feel good about yourself, or you go on a video because you want to hear something that's like confirms how you feel. Yeah, so yeah, confirmation bias. Next tweet here. If Kevin Samuels is really dead, there's nothing wrong about making jokes about his death. That man was extremely anti-black towards black women.
I feel like we should always respect the deceased ones.
Yeah.
Especially just like, because he can't argue back anymore at this point. So you're just bullying someone who passed away already.
I guess at what point do you think it gets to the point where somebody's death doesn't deserve to be respected? I would say grapers. I would say robbers and killers and stuff like that. It's like you kind of live by the sword, die by the sword. If you're a graper, you really didn't deserve any type of anything.
I mean, I do. Okay, but what if it's someone who did something wrong? But then they cleaned up and became a better person, Like even though they probably had the label graper following them, I think it's like a.
I don't think you ever come back from being a graper, to be honest. That's a tough one to come back from. That's a very tough one. Let's go to the next one. I know Kevin Samuels ain't dead. God wouldn't kill one of his bravest soldiers who does nothing but preach the gospel. This early? I guess this guy's a fanatic, so he's a little weird too. I think either way it goes, if you're like a little bit too fanatical and you're way too happy and rejoicing, I think that it's kind of a weird thing. Yeah. Next, George Zimmerman on tour signing autographs, and Kevin Samuels is the one y'all want dead. That is a pretty good point, actually.
Who's that guy?
George Zimmerman is the racist dude that he killed Trayvon Martin and he got away with it. Cause he was a neighborhood watch and he was just being a Ken or Karen kind of white guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I probably wouldn't mind if he.
See, that's my question. Like, let's say if it's a racist guy, a known racist guy that passed away, I'm pretty sure there will be a bunch of people probably in the comment area being like, "You deserve this,"
I think George Zimmerman personally, I do think he deserves to meet his match.
Right. So let's say if he had a cardiac arrest, right?
Yeah.
Then people probably would be like, "Oh, you deserve your death," right?
I think people would actually be like, "Oh no, man, that ain't the way we wanted you to go." It's like Game of Thrones when they died at the end and they died in the rubble. They wanted them to meet their death in a better way. Like George Zimmerman, like people want him to.
I didn't finish Game of Thrones. I'm maybe one of the few people I know that really watch it.
Yeah, people want to see George Zimmerman get his head crushed under a rock and thrown off a cliff.
Yeah, but let's say if he died pathetically, then people will be like, oh, I'm good to see this happening to me.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'd be alright.
That's why I feel like there are certain women, because they felt like they match into the category that Kevin Samuel like, perpetually attack. So they just feel like, oh, I'm glad someone that always put us in that spot is gone.
It's talking about somebody. It's talking about somebody. The same thing as committing an action.
No, I mean like if I'm, for example, if I'm a single mom that's over 35-year-old and I'm black and I'm like over a certain dress size, then I would definitely feel like every time Kevin Samuel's talking about certain things, he's like attacking.
Why didn't you lose weight?
Okay, even if I lose weight, it still can't change the fact that I'm over 35 and I have a kid.
That significantly increases your chances.
No, but still, like when he talks down about those kind of women like that, it makes those women feel hurt. It's like you just made me worthless. So
why are people putting so much into a content creator? It's like who cares?
What I'm saying is, if as a black person you understand how you would feel if a known racist passed away, then you probably can understand a little bit of how those women might feel, like why they're like.
I don't think it's on the same level.
I know it's not on the same level. I'm not saying it's right.
I don't even think he says anything as bad as like a Cynthia G or one of them kind of women says.
It's because you're not a black woman, but you're a black man, so you feel more personally attacked.
No, but I can understand like why a black woman would be mad. Like I just talked about the reason that he was talking about the Fibonacci sequence and downing black women's attraction features and stuff like that. I understand that. I think that's stupid. But it's not like he was like, yeah, man, make sure you abort all your black women babies, and we're gonna get the polices and we're gonna call them and make sure they
I agree. I definitely feel like according to this comparison, Cynthia G's content was way worse, right? But I'm just saying
way worse.
Sorry, grandma, hard. But I'm just saying I mean, and I do feel like it's extremely disrespectful for those people to be like saying, "Oh, I'm so glad he passed away."
Yeah.
It's just it is what it is.
Let's hit the next one.
He was feeling.
Right. So we got. I don't believe Kevin Samuels is dead, for the record, but me not feeling bad if he is doesn't mean I'm celebrating it. He went out of his way to be cruel. We are not required to mourn virtues he didn't show. And asking black women of all people to show tact is audacious. I guess I can kind of feel it a little bit. She ain't celebrating it, but she ain't, she's just indifferent. As I think most people should be. Most people should be. You didn't know the man. I mean, if you're like, unless you're somebody like O'Shea Duke Jackson or one of these people that really like sat down with him and made content, then I can understand. But all the rest of us is like, all right, man, we made a couple 2-3 videos off of it. You were entertaining, and man, with condolences. That's all. That's it. Next. Y'all didn't even know if Kevin Samuels is dead for real, and people in the comments celebrating. Boy, if hell is real, y'all got a section with sparklers. That's real. I guess that's real. Yeah. Next, if Kevin Samuels is dead from cardiac arrest, that would make sense. He was just too angry all the time. Stress and raising your blood pressure will always take you out. I didn't really see Kevin Samuels as an angry man.
He talks kind of high pitched sometimes.
Sometimes, you know what I think got him?
He always drinks when.
I think it's the fact that he was constantly downing Red Bulls. I think his schedule, as far as sleeping and resting and all that, was not hitting good. I don't think he worked at all because he did have man boobs. Oh. Yeah, he had little man boobs and everything like that. So it's like you're making a 4-hour show every night. You're getting up early, and then you might make some content in the middle of the day with these other 2-3 guys. You might go over here and do the future video in the middle of the day. You might go do this in the middle of the day. So, yeah, man, you was all jacked up. And I think that that's one of them things that, what?
You know what I think needs to be discussed?
What?
If he actually passed away.
What's that?
Is the work-life balance of content creation.
Exactly. Yeah, the work-life balance. Like, I think that it's like, I think that's one thing for sure. And I think that part of being a high-value man, as he would say, I think your health has to be in order to a degree, right? Yeah. Like, you can't just be out here unhealthy.
You need to be responsible for yourself and your loved ones.
Yeah. And then it's like you can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor because you're fat as hell or you're having a cardiac arrest on the low. So, or diabetes because you can't cut back the sugars. I've been cutting back. And I work out. I can cut back on my own.
Give me any credit.
I got willpower like Batman.
Give me credits for that?
Nope. I got willpower like Batman. Nah, but you did help a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie. Next, if you're rejoicing that Kevin Samuels is allegedly dead, you are a sick individual. I agree. You are a sick person if you're celebrating Kevin Samuels' death, and then me. Somebody put the. That's messed up. Next. F-Boy Twitter on their way to Kevin Samuels' funeral. I think a lot of these were made by divestor type women, the negative ones at least. The negative ones, and I guess like a couple, 2, 3 regular women that was kind of feeling away about what he said. But yeah, I don't know, man. So yeah, how do you guys feel about Kevin Samuels? Are you indifferent? Are you really like hurt and hit, and you might not be able to sleep and eat for a little while? Are you rejoicing and dancing for joy in the rain because you're a weirdo? Let me know. What you got?
But I did think the article was kind of weird.
What?
Like how he was found.
Mm-hmm.
Because it didn't say like someone called the police, but they didn't know the exact apartment number he lived in, and just asked them to check with the front desk and say, we're looking for Kevin Samuels.
So hold on. I thought somebody came to his apartment looking for him. And then they called the front desk and was like, hey, can you get Kevin Samuels? And then it was like, all right, bro, he dead. That's not what happened?
I checked the original.
So it's like, so somebody kind of knew, and they called the apartment and was like, yeah, can you check on him?
No, they called the hospital or the police.
Okay.
And be like, this is the apartment complex.
Uh-huh.
But they don't know the exact number, apartment number.
Yeah.
But they just told them to ask for Kevin Samuels to get to the apartment complex.
Oh yeah, because they said he went to Grady. They said he went to Grady and he was dead on arrival. Yeah.
So it's really weird. It's like the person that called the 911, right?
Yeah.
First of all, how did you know he was in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
And if you knew he was in trouble, why didn't you provide the apartment number? It's just really off to me.
I don't know, like the way you're saying it, it seems like somebody at the hospital saw it and then they were like, maybe they didn't. I don't know. That is weird. How would they know what apartment to call though? Like, cause somebody at the hospital was like, hey man, I want to goddamn. Yeah, that Kevin Samuels right there, bro. Kevin Samuels in the casket, or in the stretcher. And then it was like, man, I don't know how would they know
it's
what
like
apartment to call.
I call 911.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you need to go to this address. Someone need help.
Yeah.
But I don't have the exact apartment address. Just go to the front desk and say you're looking for Kevin Samuels. They will tell you the apartment number.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, how do I know Kevin Samuels is in trouble in the first place?
Right.
And if I witnessed something, why didn't I know the apartment number? Like, if I'm a friend, like, say, living, like, thousands of miles apart, how did I know he was in trouble? Was I, like, FaceTiming him? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, man. How did it come up? Some people are gonna be like, oh man, Kevin Samuels got sacrificed. Yeah, you know how the whole Illuminati and all that. Yeah, he got sacrificed in his paw, man.
That sounds dark.
Yeah. They said he had an apartment on Peachtree, so he right down the street. Yeah.
But that's another question I have. Like, why is he renting? I felt like shouldn't he be having like a lot of like real estates?
Kevin Samuels just made it last year, or the year before that.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, you were doing all that high value man talk, but I guess all your ducks weren't in a row, unfortunately. But yeah, man. That's it for the video right there, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. If you watched up to this point, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.